morning, everybody. As you could probably tell, and you will have seen from the image before this, I'm in a rigid. They've got us doing Tesco store delivery for a day because it's the last day of my week. I don't know how well you can hear me. I'm sorry if it bounces around. I've not got any of my GoPros. This is on my phone, and because I haven't got my other bag with me, I haven't got my mount for my phone, so my phone's just kind of perched on the door at the moment, so I do apologise. But yes, we're on Tesco store delivery and we're in a rigid. It's missing a lot of it. It's about half the length of what I'm used to, so it's something different for you. I've not done store deliveries for ages, like since 3 months ago. So yes, this will be how do you work this cruise control? There we go. So yeah, this will be interesting for me to try and remember how to do it. It means I've got to do some work. It's got cages on it, we have to unload them. And this truck has got a stick in it. I don't know what it's for. It's a manual. Christ. It's tiny in here. That couldn't swing a cat. So yeah, we are going. Don't know where we're going. Christ, it doesn't like going up hills. We're going down towards Hartlepool area. I know that much. I can't remember the name of the store that we're going to. But yes, it's down towards Hartlepool area. We've got about another 23 minutes to get there. It was about a 40-minute drive in total from our depot. And yeah, a rigid store delivery, manual work. Christ, it's going to be a shock to the system. I'll sleep well tonight, I know that much. I slept well last night. Christ, I finished work yesterday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I worked from 10:15 on Sunday night through till 8 o'clock Monday morning. Alright, it's not a long shift. I got home and decided that I wasn't going to go to bed, that I was actually going to stay awake till night time to go to bed for this morning shift, which I started at 6 o'clock in the morning and it is now 7 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I stayed awake. I was basically awake for like 24 hours, but it meant that I was able to sleep through the night and wake up this morning spotty dog. So yes, we're on store deliveries. We've got 2 deliveries on this wagon. 2 temperatures as well, +3 and -25. So we have frozen on here, so that'll be lovely when I actually come to get into that. It'll be bloody cold. I'll want my gloves for definite, my woolly hat, which I've got on my head. Got my old hat back on today. Old faithful. Weather, it's raining. It's raining. Lovely. When I've got to actually get out and do some work, it's raining. On the days when I just pull up and sit there and wait, it's sunny normally. Never mind, never mind. Depending on how the day goes and where I get some time to have a break and what have you, I'll give you a cab tour. I say a cab tour, it'll be a look, because I ain't got a clue what half of it does in here. And there ain't a lot to show you, because as you can see, the bulkhead's right behind me. There's no bed, there's no storage space behind the seats. So yes, and these are limited to 50 miles an hour. Oh, 50. But it doesn't like going up hills. Not like our Scania. It is a Merc that we're in. Ain't got a clue what it is. It's a Mercedes, I know that much. 18 tonner refrigerated box thing. Getting overtaken by everything. Absolutely everything. If there was a crane on here, a crane would be going past me. That's how slow this thing's travelling up hills. Right, anyway, I shall crack on. You'll probably join me after this first store delivery. Because I don't think I can really show you actually doing store deliveries. There's not a lot to it, but if I get a chance, I'll show you. Anyhow, right, ta-ra for now. Right, I've done that delivery. God damn, I'm hot now. Forgot how hard it was to do that. Only 11 cages, but you have to play Jenga in the back. They had 10 cages at +3 and 1 cage at -25. That was the only cage that was frozen on the trailer, on the unit even, whatever thing, on the wagon.
After 500 yards, cross the third exit.
And the frozen was right on the headboard, so their 10 cages were at the back, and then there was all the cages for this next delivery, and then they're -25, so I had to move all the other cages to be able to get to the -25 stuff, and then obviously put empties on against the headboard, and then put all the next delivery's cages back in. So get a bit of a game of Jenga, Tetris, whatever you want to call it. Anyhow, we are on our way to the next delivery. I'm about 10 minutes away now. I've been driving for 10 minutes already. I got a right sweat on doing that. Yeah, and then once we're tipped here,
Take the exit.
and pick their empties up, it will be back to our depot at Washington to get reloaded to go back out again. Don't have to worry about drive time when you're doing store deliveries, because we don't go far enough. We just deliver to predominantly the express stores. So yeah, never mind. It's a good job they sent me in a rigid, because it was bloody tight, and you had to park out the front of the store down this little lane that once I was parked up and cars boxed me in, oh, it was a nightmare to get out. If I'd have gone in an Arctic, I'd have never got out of there, let alone got in. Well, that's the one thing I'd say. If you want to learn how to reverse an Arctic, get yourself doing store deliveries. Don't go on like what I normally do, so the collections and the trunk runs. Don't go on the trunks. You go to the distribution centres, they've got 9 times out of 10 they've got loads of space. I mean, don't get me wrong, yes, there's that collection we do at Daniel's that is obviously a little bit tight, and it's a blindside reverse, But yeah, if you're new to driving class 1 and you want to have lots of practice at reversing and put yourself in challenging positions and you like a challenge, do store delivery, because you will be challenged on store delivery. That's what I done stores for, I think it was a month. So doing 4, 5, 6 stores a day, 5 days a week, you get plenty of reversers, and you get plenty of practice at it. Because like I say, a lot of the distribution centres that I go to, they're big, and you can get enough of a swing on that you just reverse straight back onto the bait. Some of these stores you go to, you've got to turn around in the back of their delivery yard, which is really, really tight. So you're putting it on full lock, you're shunting it around. Yeah, you'll get good at reversing. That's one thing I'll definitely say. So, still got an old cough. I forgot how much physical work doing store deliveries is. That's the other thing. If you don't want to get fat and lazy and just sit on your backside for 4.5 hours, drive to the distribution centre, sit there for 3 hours while they unload you, and then drive back again for 4.5 hours, yeah, stores is definitely the way to go, especially if we're talking refrigerated work. I can't speak for any of the other types of work, but for refrigerated work, especially for us, you don't do anything when you get to the deliveries or the collections. You just sit there. So like, I've started to notice that my belly and my gut size is starting to increase. Especially with doing tramping work as well, because I park up at night and I just climb out of the seat and roll straight into the bed, and that's it. And then the next morning roll straight out of bed, back into the seat, and away I go. I mean, I do try and get out and walk around, especially to get the old blood back flowing in the, that's a tongue twister. Try and get the blood flowing in my legs again, get some circulation back up. And then obviously on your 2 days off, you're knackered, all you want to do is rest. I mean, don't get me wrong, being ex-army and that, I'm not a fitness freak. I like to keep fit, let's put it that way, and keep healthy. But with it being winter, I've not done anything, because obviously it's wet and miserable and cold and raining, so on my 2 days off I've just chilled in the house. So when it starts to warm up a bit again, I'll start getting out, get out on the push bike, stuff like that. But yes, if you're doing especially stores, it'll keep you fit, because you'll be in and out of this cab, you'll be pushing and pulling cages around. Aye. Right, anyhow, enough waffling. I will catch you after this delivery. Okay, I've done that second delivery. I'm currently parked up in a lay-by on the A19, about 20 minutes away from our depot at Washington. I'm just taking a 15-minute break to reset my working time, just to make sure I don't go over, like, because when I get back I'm going to have to unload all the empties on here. I just thought while I was stopped, I'll give you a show round in the cab. So it's a Mercedes, I believe it's an Axor. Don't hold me to that, I'm not really up to scratch on it. It's a 61 plate. So steering position, as you can see, there's not a lot here. Window controls, mirror controls, it's pretty basic, like heating controls, handbrake. A funny thing in here, gear stick. I don't know what this is for. doesn't get used. That's for the fridge. That is a nifty little camera thing. Let's see if I can show you. So it shows you everything. Shows you behind, and then you get a top-down view so you can see all around. Why the hell we don't have this on Arctics, I don't know, but it's quite nifty. I like it. Turn it back off. Passenger seat with me stuff on, and there's the bulkhead. As you can see, there's not a lot of space in here. Pretty small, but it's just a day wagon, isn't it? For store delivery. There you go. That was a quick tour of the inside of the cab. I'll finish this 15-minute break. I'll get back and start getting the empties off. Depending how it is when I get back. When I get the empties off, I might show you in the back of the trailer. I just can't show you until I've got back because it's got a security seal on the trailer. So anyway, catch you in a bit. Right, we've been reloaded. I do apologise about the sun glaring on the camera. We've been reloaded and we are currently on our way to Amble. It says I should be there at 1 PM and it's 12:30 now, so about half an hour. In total it was just over an hour's drive from our depot. The whole unit is a freezer. It's -25 in the back of this unit, the whole thing. So I've got something like 5 or 6 deliveries to do that are on here. So it's going to be a shock to the system when I open the back of it, because it's 10 degrees outside, so that's 35 degrees colder in the back of this unit. So that is going to cause a shock to the system. I'll want the old woolly hat back on and my coat, possibly even scarf, thermal underwear, the whole shebang. It's going to be bloody cold in the back of there. I've never been to this store at all, so whereas the 2 I've done this morning, sorry about that, the 2 I've done this morning I'd been to before when I was on stores, so I knew the store and that, but never been up this way before, so some quite nice picturesque scenery, I'll definitely say that much. It's a shame you can't see it, like, but yeah, so I've got about half an hour left. Obviously I showed you as
After 800 yards, cross the roundabout, third exit.
I showed you a bit in the back of the train, in the back of the unit, when I was at the depot unloading all the empties. There's not really a lot to see, but I just thought I'd show you.
Third exit.
So yes, at some point I'm going to have to, once I've done this delivery, I think I'll only have like an hour at the most. Yeah, hour at the most of drive time left before I need to take a 30-minute break. I just can't show you, obviously once I'm loaded, I can't show you in the back until I get to a store, because obviously it's sealed to stop us nicking stuff. Getting used to this gearbox manual thing now, having to change gear yourself. Boy, you should have heard me first thing this morning.
Take the exit.
Grinding gears. and forgetting to change gear. I was coming off a roundabout going, well, why is it not changing gear? And then I remembered it's manual. So yeah, anyway, like I say, I'll crack on and I'll speak to you in a bit.